Hmm.
I have a steaming hot towel on my head. It's
Mm.
hot, very hot.
Well, don't do that.
Doesn't hurt though. And I have a cold one just in case it gets too hot. Daddy,
Okay.
I have a cold one too, so
All right.
I'm gonna put the cold one on right now.
All right. Just gonna let some people come on in. Give them a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring up some announcements I have, some things I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna show you some live Ansible play. All right. We're gonna put together some play. So we have a few announcements. I want to pen on my board. See if I can get some notes going real quick. We're still here. Still here. We're gonna just give it a few minutes. I got some stuff coming. So if you get the opportunity to go over to the Discord, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and join our Discord, and be setting all that up. Constantly adding stuff. So right now, I have the programming thread that I got together. So we're gonna have that in there. We're also gonna add another thread for resources. You're gonna want to use that, under resources for certifications. Also, we're gonna have another certification uh, for salaries, what you should be knowing, what you should be expecting in terms of what you should get paid or what you haven't paid, right? We're also gonna have another thread for interview tips. And I'm gonna have another thread for people to geek out in, right? Like if you see new technologies, you see something on BuzzFeed, something that really captures your eye and your attention, you can go ahead and jump on that, right? So we have geek out, interview tips, salaries, certifications, programming, right? I'm gonna do network engineering. systems engineering, and then another one for automation. Oh, oops. I gotta. Yeah, we're going. Yeah, I put them on the resource, but they need to be switched on the to text. So I'm gonna definitely move it. There we go. So it's gonna go to all of them should be on the text channels. All right, there we go. So those are our text channels. I have them set up, so you should be able to access those. So come on in and join.
Gadget.
Mm.
Just spell it for me.
All right, let's get to it. Waited long enough. All right, let's get to it. Let's do it. So, Apple has their Apple event every year where they go ahead and let us know what the newest items are going to be when they come out. This year, I'm going to actually cover it, right? And make sure I do a live chat here. I'll have the chat up. I'll also be working, but I'll be covering the whole day. I'll be talking about it. As soon as I get off work, I'll be rushing home to actually cover this event. I'm really excited to see what their new offerings are going to be, what they're going to do about their iPhone 17 release, and their iOS, what changes will be there. I'm sure there's going to be some major artificial intelligence coming out. They just dropped a lot of new items, just like the AirPods been out for a while, the AirPods 4, but there's probably going to be some um, updates with the AirPod Pro 2 release. And we just have to be in tune to check that out. Like I said, there'll be a live chat going that day for some, and I'll be providing an opportunity for everyone to come in and talk and chat throughout the day. I'll try to get on my phone from time to time during the day while I'm working and just provide some updates, some things I'm seeing, so that I can go ahead and participate in it as well. Right, so that's something I'm excited about doing. This will be my first time. I hope it goes well. Who's and I hope to see all of you there. Right, as many as possible. Right. So I've gotten that out the way. I've gotten the work done. Remember, like, comment, subscribe if you just come across this by accident. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and get into some quick Ansible real quick, just to show you guys how that works, and for a refresher, so I can go ahead and get back in it. All right. Um, so let's do it. All right. All right. So Ansible for those of you who are not familiar with Ansible, is an automation tool. It allows you to manage a lot of your resources in your space, whether they're servers, whether they're uh, containers, albeit network devices, routers, switches. You can handle those, manage those. So it's pretty neat. It makes your job easier, of course. You can also manage cloud resources. So if you're using AWS, Azure, GCP, or Google Cloud platform, uh, you can use this. So getting started, you want to install the Ansible package, depending on what you're using. Well, you installs on Linux. You can do a pip install via Python if you're familiar with that. They also have an Ansible container that you can use as well, right? And I'm actually going to just go ahead. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pip install Ansible core and follow that. All right, so yeah, I'm going to go Ansible and Ansible core. So let me bring up my terminal, and I'm just going to move this to the side. I hope you can see that. There's enough space if you're on your phone or your tablet. I want to make sure that you have enough space to actually see it. And I'm blow this terminal up as much as I can as well, so that is nice and clear for you. All right, let's move this over, give you a little bit more room here, and I'm gonna put this in your face. All right, so we're gonna go pip. I have version 3.11 on there. That's what that X is. So, uh, so I'm going to use pip3 install dash dash include the dependencies for Ansible. Hmm. Oh yeah, you actually got to do pipx. All right. Ansible sudo apt install. All right. Oh wow, this is new to me too. Huh. All right. So I had that installed. Now I can do pipx install, or you can do the opposite and do pipx install Ansible core. All right. So a lot has changed with this, and I'm just gonna go through it. Let's see what's next. We already got that. Da-da-da-da. If you want to install just the built-in Ansible, you can do that as well. I just use pipx. And let me see the. Let me make dir Ansible directory. CD Ansible. Oh, that's all right. Cool. All right. Some other issues. Let me see. Let's build an Ansible inventory. What the inventory file will do for you in Ansible is it'll allow you to actually connect to a device or a host that you have. All right, let me make sure my device is actually running. Let me do a scan real quick. Make sure my server's up. Image. file. Oh, all right. So I got my server up right here. This is my Docker container host where I host all my virtual servers and things like that. And we're gonna go ahead and set up the inventory file. We're gonna bring in the formats, the hosts, and the groups. And like I said before, you can use this to manage your networking devices like router switches, your cloud resources. You can do your it can manage Linux. Um, you can manage Windows as well, but you have to add some additional software to do that. Uh, but yeah, this is a 10x your strength in your job, or 100x if you get really good at it. You can manage hundreds or thousands of servers, right? I've managed thousands of devices with this. I've been able to install and upgrade major systems with this as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, and let me bring my terminal back over. Do, 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 do. Let's see what's going on. And the default location is Etsy Ansible host. Um, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna keep everything contained in my Ansible folder, as you see right here. And we're gonna build out my own host file. We're just gonna say vi host and or vim, however you want to use it to talk about it. If you're good with Emacs, you can do that. If you like VS Code, you can use that as well. I'm gonna switch over in a second to VS Code, just so I can get syntax highlighting and all of the different plugins and features that come with using a tool like that. And this is going to be what I'm going to name my stuff. Oh, I had something in my cache, so delete that. So I'm just going to do my first group. All right, good. So my first group will be host. I mean, not host, home is what I'm going to call my group here. And you can do an all group too if you want, right, with Ansible, which is neat. And you can do all, right. And then what you would do is put the um, the subsequent group names underneath it. So home would be one, um, things like that. Um, if you wanted all of them to be involved, so you would just do like that, and it will call them. You could do home colon different things, subsets, stuff like that. And so, like it says here, the headings are group names. You can use different groups, controlling all at what times and for what purpose. Group names should follow the same guides as creating valid variable names. Here's the same basic inventory file in the YAML format. The default groups are all ungrouped. The all group contains every host. The ungroup contains all hosts that do not belong to any other group. All right. Then you can have hosts that belong in multiple groups. You would just put, if you're using DNS, you can put their DNS name, or you can use their IP address. So you have the what, where, and when model. What is an application, stack, or microservice? So like databases, web servers, and so on. Or where, data center, region. You can do anything based on, you can set it up based on any of those. We can say, hey, we want the East region, so the eastern seaboard of the United States, or the western seaboard. However your company is set up and however large they are, right? All right, so I'm gonna get mine out like that, and I'm gonna do it in the INI format. I'm not gonna use the YAML format, just because I don't like to. There's too many colons, too many indentations. I'm good on that. Now you can do the parent-child relationship, which I was referring to before, which you can put it in. You can do the children suffix, right? And that's how you would do it actually. So if I wanted to do my own unique, we can say office was a group, Then I'll have home. Then I might want to do, I want to say home. I would say, let's say office, media, right? And then the home would be all encompassing and do everybody, right? So then it would be media, it would call it office, right? And whenever I select to run it against the home group, it would run it against media and office, right? At the same time. Right? So same thing they have here, where you have hosts, and then you have a male example. If there's anything that would overlap, like children, it would be like Tess, and then the children would be actually Wes. So that'd be backwards from what I just told you, but same, same thing in their thing. Let me see. Am I missing anything else? So it would be children suffix. It wouldn't be in front of it. It would be media children. And then office children. So all the children or all the things that fall under media and office. So I can still keep that for now. And I can use, because I'm going to be doing this 168.1.1. What is it? 153. We're going to have it there. We're going to be saving that. And then we're going to go to. You can do production and two different inventory sources. You can make directories for your inventory. Then you have your Ansible config, which can get really crazy as well. Where you can set timeout periods. You can do, um, you can put your credentials in it, or the location of your credential files. You can do quite a bit in that. But we're going to try to keep it simple. We're just going to follow the KISS method at the moment. And this is how you would set your file up if you were using DNS, and what ports you want to authenticate or communicate with. That's how you would set that up in the INI. Let me see what else I want to do. Hmm. Any other unique ports? You can put your Ansible host. If you wanted to go into more detail, if it's very generic, you would just do it like how I just did it, like that. You put your host DNS or IP address and keep it simple. If you have variables associated with that, your group, like it has here Atlanta, then you have Atlanta vars. If it's an NTP server, you want to use that DNS name. Proxy, use that DNS name. Right, it'll have more details associated with it. So let's go ahead and just get right to it. And let's get to actually running a playbook. And it also has non-SSH connection types, and you'll have to go through the plugin list, and you'll know if you need something different, depending on if you're using a specific router or switch type of device. Okay. All right, let's do this thing. All right. And this is essentially the command you would run right here. Um, Well, you would need a actual. You would run it against your. If you put in your if you put your host file in the default location, you would then run Ansible web server. It would go through the web server group -m setup, etc. etc. So it's a lot of fluff and stuff. Fluff, 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 blah, 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 blah. Alright, so let's see. I want to Ansible dash Ansible localhost, which should be this machine. I gotta look up the ad hoc command for that. Needs to be a quick ad hoc where I could test Ansible, make sure everything is working and performing to my liking. Localhost. There we go. So we do Ansible localhost -m, which would be, and then you will run the command you want to run. And I want to run a shell command. Let's see, it should be ls, right? Will I run? Or do I need that -e in there? No arguments passed to shell. And now you can see why I need to jump back on it, because I haven't ran it in a while. Let's see. Ansible command shell -a. That's what I need to actually use. All right, so it showed me, it just ran the ls command, so it showed me the host files in there. And I don't think, is that supposed to have an S on it, or did I just add that in there? I don't think so. Let me make a few more files real quick though. Touch. First, second, third. And then I'm going to run that command again so we get a little bit more feedback. I went back too far. It should be A. But we're going to do LSS-LHRT. Alright, so it gave me everything. Username, it gave me the permissions, the username it belongs to, date created, date and time created, and the name of the files. Right. So that's how you could test your Ansible, make sure everything is running. You also do Ansible that's just version to get your Ansible version number. The version is 2.14.18 Ansible Core. It's running Python version 3.11.2. Right. And that's how you actually would get Ansible just up and started. It took a little longer than I expected. But I'm going to start bringing this videos into depth. Please join the Discord, because there will be discourse. However, we will be sharing skill sets, talents, different things that'll help you in your career ambitions and help you get to the next level. All right. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with friends, family. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can go ahead and give this Mac Mini away. I want to give it away. All right. It's a good thing for all of us. Have a good one.